Like it feels like it's constantly going to the left. Like, now I'm not touching the controller. It's doing this on its own. And then it stops. See, that's the thing. It's not doing it all the time. I mean, I'm using this controller for emulation and stuff.
Take a seat, Clive. I'll fetch you a bowl of brown.
A bowl of brown.
I see I'm busy here. What's saying for you, dear? And?
Well, 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 someone's in a
Not
hurry.
really.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Just the three of us, then?
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days. You two behave now.
See now? Oh, no. No? Okay. Sometimes I just can't tell if the stick is working or not. Or it's drifting.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. And will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
In case you were wondering, the boys finally cleared the road to Northreach. But there's no need to hurry, is there? I can think of a few reasons you might want to linger another night or two.
I mean, one issue I have with the game, I kind of mentioned it, is it doesn't feel like there's really any need to craft an upgrade. I'm not saying you've got to make it, but at the moment it's like this has been given to me for free, so it made any kind of crafting
Rejoice, my children, for
pointless.
we are the chosen, blessed with the ever...
And thus did Gregor summon together her 270 spirits of light, and tell them of the holy heralds. She would send to the world below, where there was much strife and suffering, for which she wept. Rejoice, she said, for my heralds who are a part of me, and who are me, shall be as bread unto the starving, and as water unto the thirsty, and shall bring light where there is only darkness.
lasting grace of the goddess.
Is it safe to ride to Northridge now?
Might take me a bit of time to get used to.
Sick of Torgal.
Get used to the fighting again.
Sick of Torgal. There, boy. It's over. Finished. Sick of Torgal. Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. Sick of Torgal. You know what to do, boy.
Ah, blast.
There, boy. Not this time. Over here. Keep your distance, boy. Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. Get him. You know what to do, boy. Sick of Torgal. Sick of Torgal. Sick of Torgal. It's over.
And I've still read. I wouldn't say I've actively gone out and read about this game. It sounds like it's got its fans. but there are also people who aren't as keen on this. And I can understand why. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I am enjoying the game, but I think there are some things that make it an issue for me.
There, boy! Sick of Toggle! Give me fire! Don't let them get away! Over here. Sick of Toggle!
I mean, people might say that it's a very linear game. There's not really much for exploration. It's like, well, yes, but the game's got to get you on some kind of path. At least this does feel like you're not running down a corridor. It might be a very big open corridor, and it's still a corridor. Yes, that is true. But at least it feels like, pretty much you could say, I think even, I mean, really, you could argue that all Final Fantasies are linear in some regard. How you get there is, up for debate. But say, for example, Final Fantasy X, that was linear. However, the story kept you entertained. It kind of it made the walls of the game, or the linearness of the game, invisible. You didn't have to worry about it. The problem was with Final Fantasy 13 that people often complain about is that there was nothing to distract you. You were literally running down a narrow corridor for much of the game. I mean, people might say Final Fantasy 12 was open. True, but you still had to kind of go to different points of the game. Different locations. There wasn't really oh, I decided to go off in this direction. No, it's like our destination is Arcades. Okay. And there wasn't really any difference on how you could get there.
Sick of Toggle! Get him, boy! Keep your distance, boy! Over here. There, boy! Sick of Toggle!
And I was talking to someone who I'm, I suppose, streamer friends with. I don't know them personally, but
You know what to do, boy.
that might change. Would be nice to get back into doing charity stream again. Don't know when that will be. I've just said, hey, it'd be nice to do. I think for me, I can't really do it on my own, or at least I don't think I would do it on my own.
Give them all you've got, boy. You know what to do.
Because I just don't have a big enough following. I think someone like me, you really need to sort of team up with someone else. Lots of small streamers.
Get him, boy.
Especially me, I think I have not enough people. If I had more people
Northreach.
chatting or just lurking, maybe. don't think I'm capable of doing that kind of stream on my own this year.
You know what's up, boy.
And there's only so much that I can offer.
There, boy. Don't let them get away.
There's only so much that I can provide in terms of entertainment and charity, whereas if you have other people, then once I finish streaming, I can always pass it on to someone else, and then you have a wider appeal, a wider audience with which to reach.
Give them all you've got, boy. You know what to do, boy. Sick of trouble.
Before, I just didn't get to do that because by the time we got started, there was issues with my dad's health, and then he sadly passed away, and then not long after that, my son was born. So it just didn't really give me an opportunity with which to do anything. I joined in, but I didn't really contribute much. And now that I've got a bit more experience and practice, I thought, okay, well I could do the Resident Evil crowd control, something I've tried to do. I've got more games set up, so I could always say, right, okay, if we reach a certain milestone, I can say, right, okay, we'll do this game. I'm not sure what game, but let's say it's notoriously bad, and people just kind of want to see me suffer for it. Things like that.
Sick of trouble. Get him. There, boy. My wounds, boy.
Torgal doesn't seem to heal. I don't know, like, what's the point? I'm saying heal, but you're not healing.
Get him. My wounds, boy. Sick of trouble. Over here.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I did see on YouTube someone trying to see if they could play Final Fantasy VII, the original, using Oni limits, and I'm like, I hope they've done at least some practice, you know, or not practice, but some planning, you know, because, you know, I would imagine you'd need to think about, well, how are you going to get past this boss? How are you going to get past this boss? It just kind of seems like, really? And I think they're still stuck on Red Scorpion. So I really don't understand. I think they've been at it for some hours, so you know, there's only so much I think. Yeah, I just don't understand how they can even attempt such a challenge. But you know, if they think they can do it, then.
Excellent. Fight. Get him, boy! Sick him, Torgal! You know what to do, boy. Get him, boy! Get him! I mean, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm exploring, so yeah, we could just run to the next objective, but yeah, I'm doing some fighting. I know I'm probably not getting much in terms of experience or rewards. And it seems like enemies respawn from the looks of it, so. Don't let them get away! Get him! You know what to do, boy. Sick him, Torgal! Over here.
No, I haven't leveled up. That's another thing. I just don't feel. I think I've let auto level up aside, but at the same time. Yeah, it just kind of fit. Maybe it's because I'm using the auto dodge. At the same time, it just feels like I'm just mashing.
You know what to do, boy. Sick him, Torgal!
Probably because I'm just not good at the combat.
You know what to do,
I'm
boy.
using some of the abilities open to me. I don't think I'm doing it very well. Like, oh, there we go, abilities. So like, I could do this, for example. Details, upgrade, widens the area of effect, increases potency. What? Sure, I guess. But yeah, it's I just don't see much point in doing any upgrades or crafting. Nothing's making me do it. And perhaps in speedruns, yeah, you just perhaps.
The soldiers used to speak of a brothel, but that was north of the checkpoint. I hope the dame has friends in the south.
What did you say was in these pies again?
Welcome, good... Bugger off, Branded. Can't you see I'm with a customer? Welcome, good... Bugger off, Branded. Can't you see I'm with a customer?
Fish, all from the Sea of Grace this very morning. Keep your hands to yourself. No one will buy anything that's been soured by a Branded's touch.
You there! Fancy a drop of the Empire's finest? The right to confiscate any objects.
The fruit's not getting any fresher.
And what can I do for you?
Oh, there's the Gaia blade. Okay.
Come back again.
You want something, you come back with your master. I won't sell to some stray Branded. Each one is handcrafted from the...
A moment, my lady.
A moment? I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a Branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway. Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred, Cleontel.
Cleont?
You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
You can trust me, yes, but... why would you...
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would.
I mean, gosh, look at her
I've
outfit
never
compared to
forgotten
everyone
that.
else's.
Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible.
So colourful.
Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless...
Unless...
Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely. But I shall expect a favor in return.
Wait, what?
Well, it would be good to know what that favour is, because you might not be able to conform to it.
However do they get that colour?
gonna buy something or not?
What the hell are you doing?
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it sunset just a
Oi,
moment ago?
hold up.
Or it's sunset right now?
Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
Branded or not, it doesn't look like the kind of guy you should be messing with.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement, as do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Run away!
Don't think I haven't got my eye on you, branded. On you go.
Okay, you don't stop me from running back the other way.
That's the day done then. Drinks and the veil.
Hotter, you bleeding shit-a-bed bearer!
Oh, I thought it was talking to me then for a moment. It's like, what? I mean, this is so open. It may be, yes, you go to this point to do X, but... Okay, there's nothing to stop me going off in this direction. Well, I best not venture too far, otherwise might have problems finding my way back. Does seem weird though that branded with the power of crystals, they have something that no one else has. They're actually the subhumans, or treated as subhuman.
Drake's head. Ain't a sight more beautiful in the realm, I reckon.
It's like, why? Just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Think I might see you tonight?
And if anyone requests her company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
Shall I have one of the girls draw a bath?
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling. Welcome to the Vale.
Okay. No, we've already been that way. That just takes me back again. Okay.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me. One of my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this. Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
I should probably start here.
If the dame has given you her trust, then you have ours as well. Know you are always welcome here at the Vale.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then? Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne. Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly who she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every gil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared. She thought about saying something. But the Dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
Well then, I suppose you'll need a little something.
Excuse me, you there? The gentleman with the sword? I cannot help but notice you bear the moon and stars. So you are an associate of the Dame's? Might I trouble you for some assistance? You'll be rewarded, of course.
And who exactly would I be assisting?
Oh, forgive me. I am Etienne, a humble merchant, though fortunate enough to count the Dame among my acquaintances. I have business beyond these walls, but the guards have grown somewhat suspicious of my comings and goings of late. I was hoping someone might be kind enough to go in my stead. And who better than someone in the employ of the Vale's proprietress? Would you be willing to help a fellow in his hour of need?
Why not?
Marvelous. The task is simple enough. Pass through the gate and deliver packages to a few of my most valued clients. There are 3 in total. A grocer, an apothecary, and a distiller. You need only mention that the items you carry are fresh from the master's table.
Nothing dangerous, I hope.
Why, of course not. Merely trifles which folk beyond the checkpoint are keen to get their hands on. And though I cannot prevent you from peeking, I advise that you don't. Strongly advise.
Did one of them get on this?
That's the day done then. With the right to
With
confiscate
reds, whites. Come, treat yourself.
How about a plum for the apple of your eye?
I warn you now, I don't sell to your kind, whether you have the coin or not. Where's your master anyway?
Etienne sent me.
Didn't know he had his own bearer. Business must be booming. All right, quickly now, before the guards notice.
Probably have something to lunch for lunch soon.
That is no burden off my back. And this is for Etienne.
All this for a drink?
Not just any drink. The very best, specially distilled for my most discerning customers. The guards find that, they'll seize it before you can blink. You keep it well hidden, all right. If Etienne likes it, tell him there's more where that came from. For a price, of course.
Of course.
If I learn you let the guards find that bottle, you'll have me to answer to.
I have no business with Branded.
Well, I have business with you. A package. Fresh from the master's table.
I do not know you. Where is the merchant, Etienne?
Somewhere the gate guards won't be paying him or his affairs any mind.
Fine. Hand over the goods and be gone.
Wow. Charming.
This is lighter than usual. Branded, if I discover you have played me false,
I can always take it back.
you will do no such thing. Your master should cut out your insolent tongue. Had you been the tool of any other man, I would see you clapped in chains. Payment. Take it and get out of my sight.
Cigars?
Those cigars are worth more than your life. Do be careful.
What lovely folk.
There's nothing here for your kind, Branded. Go on now, shoot.
I have a delivery from Etienne. Fresh from the master's table.
Why didn't you say so? Times are hard. But this here'll make 'em less so. For a while at least. Sorry about the welcome. Meant nothing by it. You wait right here. Here. You can tell Etienne I'm a man of my word.
I feel like this is sunset, but...
Oriflamme's finest. Just as promised.
Perfume, cigars, and spirits. Someone has expensive tastes. The question is, how can they afford to maintain them? I suppose there's only one way to find out.
That's the day done then.
I haven't seen you around the Vale of late.
Ah, you have returned.
I believe these are yours.
Delightful. The dame will be pleased.
You don't say. And would she be pleased to learn what you had to exchange for those items?
You mean the crystals? No need to be coy, my boy.
Why not just tell me in the first place?
An honest man wears deception like shackles about his ankles. I couldn't risk you stumbling under the gaze of the guards. After all, we both know the punishment for dealing in unsanctioned crystals, even such morsels as I provide. And if you don't know what this day's work may have cost you, then, well, I dare say you'll sleep all the better for it. Despite the risk, our friends beyond the wall gladly give their finest and most treasured wares for the paltry crumbs I trade in.
I didn't realize crystals were so scarce here.
As scarce as chocobo teeth, hence the thriving market for even the scantest fragments. Do you think it vulgar that I profit from the hardship of others?
I think you're doing what you believe is necessary.
Yeah, indeed. And I don't doubt the dame would agree. A reward for a job well done. I have the goods I was commissioned to gather, and the guards are none the wiser. I thank you, as will our mutual friend when she hears of how you have aided me.
The markets are up.
You're one of the dames, I see. Well, you'd best be back to the Vale before the sun sets.
I would have thought the sun is
Once the men
setting.
of the garrison
Sergeant's got it in for us. Where's your commanding officer, Branded? Don't you know the training grounds are for real soldiers?
Hey, you lost or something? Sorry,
but the Imperial Guard's got no use for your kind. The infantry always needs more bodies, though.
I'm just passing through.
I don't bloody believe it. The bastard's wearing the moon and stars.
That'll be why he's strutting about like he owns the place.
The Dame laughed when we offered her our protection. You reckon this prick's really worth a couple of the Emperor's finest?
I dare say there's ways of finding out. How about it, Branded? Care to show us how you earned that brooch?
I'd rather not.
Oh, no doubt. Only chivalrous souls that we are, Robin and I need to know the Dame's being properly looked after.
Fine. If it'll put your mind at ease.
Oh, and just so you know, I won't be holding back. I suggest you don't either. Take a moment to get ready if you need it. Wouldn't want you whining about an unfair fight. Now, let's get the measure of you, shall we?
If that's what you want.
Cocky bastard. All right, let's be having you. Oh, and when you go crying to your mistress, tell her it was Leon who gave you the pounding. Use all the dirty tricks you want, Brandon. All right. So you know.
Okay. that was quick.
Fuck me.
What the hell are you playing at, Leon? So it's a real challenge he wants, is it? Fine. Sword up, bearer. Let's have some fun, shall we? How'd a bearer win the Dame's favour anyway?
By knowing when to hold my tongue for a start.
You got potential. I'll give you that.
Whee! Up in the air you go. He's still going.
Can I go now?
Grieger's gas. The bastard didn't even break a sweat.
The Dame's man or no, he's still a Branded. Best hope the Sergeant never hears about this.
Yeah, not after the bullocking he gave us for missing drills. Might be the old sod had a point.
I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, good bloody riddance. At least we know the Dame's in safe hands, I suppose.
Do us a favour. If you have to tell the Dame about this, tell her we got a good few hits in, eh?
More meteorite, my goodness.
Yeah, on second thought, maybe don't mention this to the Dame.
Sergeant
We wouldn't want you getting into trouble for brawling now, will we?
Extra drills it is, then.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then.
I don't know how a bearer came by the moon and stars, but thank goodness I found you. Can I trust you to be discreet?
About what?
About this. About what I wish to ask of you. About the fact that I, a humble creature, assist the Dame of the Vale in her endeavors. As unlikely as it may seem, there are those within the upper echelons of Samberquois society who find the Empire's treatment of bearers to be barbaric.
All right. But what do you want from me?
This town is carried upon the backs of its bearers, and yet many would see their servants starve. Not for the want of coin, simple fare cost little more than a pittance, but to revel in the suffering of others, a simple act of cruelty. Contemptible though it is, my countrymen would sooner cut off their noses to spite their faces than see their bearers fed. And despite my best attempts at secrecy, my efforts to dole out comestibles have been noticed. Which brings me to my request. The brand upon your cheek affords you a certain freedom, a freedom I could sorely use.
Fine. What do you need me to do?
Oh, thank you. An extra meal may not seem like much, but it will make all the difference. Here, deliver these, but keep them hidden. Quickly now. What food I can provide goes where the need is greatest. And today that happens to be the barracks. 3 bearers, overworked and underfed, not permitted a moment's rest.
It's no wonder so many die before their time.
Tragic, true, but do not let anger make you careless. People will view this act of mercy as an undermining of the Empire's authority. Be discreet for both our sakes, and for the sake of those we feed. Oh, and when you're finished, a word in the ear of one of the dame's girls would be appreciated.
You won't be staying, then?
I'm afraid not. I am expected back in the capital, and have already risked much speaking with you this long.
Crystal's curse is bad enough. We can't let people starve as well.
Yeah, I can see how some of these quests are not exactly,
Are you waiting for it to heal on its own? Hurry up!
not exactly demanding, but it just
looks like now's
adds
not the
more
time.
to the lore. Ah, okay, you can't just go up to any of them.
You look like you need a rest.
Not half as much as I need this. Thank you. I daren't eat it here, though. Not where anyone might see.
Has it always been this bad?
Oh, it was worse before the Chamberlain. I'd be dead without him. Me and many others.
That's something at least.
Do you really need wind to dry clothes? Couldn't you just, I don't know, let the air do it for you?
It's not been half a moon since Bellen's tour.
I have something for you.
From the Chamberlain. Thank you. You need to leave. Now. Please.
Branded! Who told you to rest? Stoke those damn flames! And you! If you've got a message for me, out with it. If not, return to your post.
Enough! Curse you! Get away from me! You'll work faster next time if you know what's good for you!
Here. It looks like you need it. The Chamberlain must have sent you.
But alas, my work is far from over. If I don't go now, they'll beat me.
You need to rest.
But I won't. I've wounds to heal and bones to mend.
And what of your own hurts?
They'll wait. As will my hunger. Thank you, though.
A drover has more regard for his cattle than the Empire does its bearers. Anyway, I'd better head to the Vale.
That bastard!
Tatienne is very special to me.
Well then. All right. Are you here for business or pleasure?
Business, though not my own. The Chamberlain put me to work delivering food.
Ah, so he found someone to help him then. Just as well. I hear his friends back at court have been taking a little too much interest in him of late.
So he really is a Chamberlain.
There was a time when he was the Vale's most illustrious customer. Us girls thought of him as a generous uncle. He was one of the only people round here who seemed bothered by the way the Empire treats its bearers.
Rare for one in his position.
A fact not wasted on the Dame. A little nudge from her is all it took, and he became the patron saint of Northreach's starving masses. My sisters and I may have lost an uncle, but bearers are being fed for a change, so we don't grumble. Much.
Glad to hear it.
Gives you faith, though, doesn't it? To know there are people out there like him. And you, for that matter. It's no wonder the Dame's got a soft spot for you.
I better be going.
We always look forward to your visits, Clive. The Dame especially.
Alrighty. So I'll probably just stop for a little bit. Get food cooking. And then try and keep going. I'll just
heard the bones fell favourably.
stop here and
to the
go
Vale
and
then.
cook some
is
lunch.
it?
Some spaghetti and meatballs.
Nothing like a
Nice
quick
and quick and
tumble on another
simple.
man's
So
coin.
shouldn't be too long.
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it?
What do you think? Nothing like a quick tumble on another man's coin?
Heard the bones fell favourably. To the Vale, then, is it?
What do you think? Nothing like a quick tumble on another man's coin?
Okay, so just waiting for water to boil.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off!
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
Bertrand was a loyal patron of the Vale, until his appetite exceeded his means. Now he is loyal to me.
Did one of them get on this?
The Dame may have given you leave to walk freely about Northridge, but one step outside these walls, and you're just another branded, with a target on his back.
Charming. Okay, what's... It does look very gorgeous.
Halt! Who goes there? Give them all you've got. Over here. Sick of Torgal. You lose.
What are you playing at, Brandon?
Don't let them get away. Not this time. Stay down.
Okay, so I don't know what these are meant to be. Are they like battles? Not quite sure.
An Imperial watchtower. Should be well stocked.
You're not welcome here. Give them all you've got. It's over. Sick of Torgal. Get him, boy. Sick of Torgal. Keep your distance, boy. You know what to do, boy. There, boy. Get him.
You gonna come back down?
Give them all you've got, boy. Keep your distance, boy. Sick of Torgal. There, boy. Over here. Give them all you've got, boy.
Guess a bit more of a level up. Won't hurt too much. Okay, so that doesn't stop me from advancing.
You know what to do, boy.
me, please.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! Get him! You know what to do, boy.
No. Just feels like the healing is very hit and miss. Sometimes it just will not heal. I know. Doesn't feel like healing out of combat is a thing. Fine. But still, can you at least heal in combat? Look at that water. Gosh. But I don't see any reason to come here. I mean, exploring is great, but there's got to be a reason to explore. You know, is there something to do over here? It just feels like no. So what was the point of coming all the way over here? You still make it a very big corridor. Oh, what was that? The Hand of Mimas. Oh, so there is something to do here. It just wasn't very obvious. Okay, well, maybe there's a reason to come back here later then. Because there's something else to do here, but no, doesn't appear so.
You know what to do.
Nice. I do like that move.
That's enough.
I got some photos of my son on his trip. Oh, bless him. He fell asleep on the car trip, but then he found other things to explore. He's got so much to explore. Oh yeah, we got all the lore things. Okay, I think my food should be boiling now, so a few moments. someone has had a very busy day. He's fallen asleep, bless him. Okay. Okay, so I'll just keep going away from the game every now and then just to eat, and then once I've fully eaten, I'll be able to resume proper. And I want to see if I can try and push this as much as possible. I'd like to get this game completed, just so that it's then done, and then I can always come back to it. You know, New Game Plus.
Let's make this quick.
Don't let them get away. Get him, boy. You know what to do. Keep your distance, boy. There, boy. Over here.
You can tell it's one of those games, perhaps like Final Fantasy 12, where like, yeah, 5 gil is probably a lot, a lot of money.
Oriflamme, how many bearers suffer to keep your granaries full?
Give them all you've got, boy. There, boy. Sick of Torgal. You know what to do, boy. Sick of Torgal. Don't let them get away. Give them all you've got, boy.
I do like the environments. They are very good. It's just one of these locations on the map. Is it something that I need to investigate? I thought they were perhaps like, I don't know, locations. It's like, no, not really. I don't know, maybe they're just points of interest.
Keep your distance. A little help. Get him. My wounds, boy.
My wounds.
Sick of Torgal. There, boy. Sick of Torgal. Over here.
Well, there's someplace over here. Oh. There we go.
Excellent. Another fight.
Don't let them get away. Sick of Torgal. That's enough.
Okay, so now I've got food to eat. I'm just wondering where would be a good place to eat.
Wait, you're not one of us.
Said I was.
Keep your distance. Stay down. Not this time. Get him, boy. Sick of Torgal. Give them all you've got, boy.
Oh gosh, they're all
You'll
coming
pay
out.
for what you've done.
Game, what are you doing?
There, boy. You know what to do. It's over. A little help. Don't let them get away. Finished. Sick of Torgal.
So it's still there. There's not a legend or anything with which to say, oh, okay, this is what this is for. Oh, well, there's something. Alright. So I'm just gonna mute myself and then try and eat this as quickly but as safely as possible, and then we'll press on.
That's enough. Get him, boy. Sick him, Torgal. Get him. It's over.
You, branded. Here, now. You're late. What kept you?
Late for what?
Did they tell you nothing? A wild beast is savaging my boy. Well, don't just stand there gawping. Rescue him.
All right. Where is he?
My. I see they've sent me a branded with a spine for a change. He's over that way, towards the coast. Go, and see that you kill the beast.
Alrighty. Quickly eaten up.
For someone whose son's in mortal danger, he didn't seem all that worried. Something's not right here. I need to be careful.
Up, the lot of you. There's still work to be done.
It just doesn't make much sense. Why someone with a power is... Oh, well, those with power that others lack, they're the subhumans. You know, they see the power as a blessing, but then they treat them...
The wolf! It's going to eat me!
Not if I can help it.
Oh.
Stay back. I'll deal with this.
Keep your distance, boy. You're finished.
Okay, he's dead already. Clive, other way.
No! You weren't supposed to kill Wolfie. You were supposed to die. Father will have you whipped for this. Bearers aren't supposed to win. They never win.
What is this? Your father said you were being attacked.
You're not supposed to talk. Stop looking at me like that. We were only having fun.
Having fun?
Why are you still speaking? Father will hear of this.
Wow, for a little boy, he certainly has a deep voice.
The wolf's work, no doubt. But it's not the wolf that's to blame. Someone needs to put an end to this, before it happens again.
I mean, what if I did have a master or master? Like, you can't go killing a branded just because you don't like them.
You, Brand, come here this instant. How dare you frighten my son? You slaughter his poor pet and then have the gall to return, head held high. That wolf was trained. better trained by far than your worthless kind. You are the entertainment, nothing more. And we are most certainly not entertained.
Nor am I. You'll pay for what you've done.
See? I told you, he talks too much. It's not right. I don't like him, Father.
You're not the Branded I bought, are you? How dare you deceive me? Well, the sins of the slave are the sins of the master. Go, summon the unlucky wretch you answer to.
Ooh.
That unlucky wretch would be the dame. I can summon her if you like. Though I doubt she would welcome the interruption.
You serve the dame. Why would a woman of her caliber...
You look afraid. Well, how do you think those bearers in the field felt? Can you imagine their fear?
Those monsters in the
Their
background.
pain.
Really are.
From the look of you, I'd say you're starting to get an idea of the first. Now, if you need help with the second...
Father, he's scaring me.
You think to threaten us, Branded? The dame's pet or no, I will not abide such insolence.
Can't we just buy another hound? A bigger one, a better one.
Of course, my son. I'll have the villagers fetch us another. With jaws powerful enough to nip this Branded's head clean off his shoulders.
I'd kill them right now.
I'm wasting my time. But I can't just leave those bearers lying out there. They deserve a proper burial. That much I can do at least. How many bearers have lost their lives to this nobleman's sport?
So I'm not sure how long I'll play this. I'm wondering whether I should just like keep going or do it most of the day and then switch to something else.
More victims of the nobles' games. You must be Clive.
How do you know my name?
The Dame. I'm in her service, like yourself. Never gets any easier, burying the dead.
Is that what you're here to do?
The mistress has me see to it that none are left to the crows. Since you're here, can you give me a hand?
Gladly. Let's put them to rest.
Need a shovel. Not a sword.
May their burden finally be lifted. I take it you slew the nobleman's pet?
I did. Now I expect they'll find another soon enough. And when it gets here, more bearers will die. How can they think so little of sending us to the slaughter?
Simple. Because you are not them. Bearers are tools when they're needed, and toys when they're not. And if one breaks, well, you can always buy another. Still, such attitudes don't always go unpunished.
Is this your doing?
Of course not. Wolves kill. It's in their nature. Invite one into your home, it's gonna tear your throat out eventually. Same with bearers. Fed or not, they don't lack for fangs. What will folk do when they bite back, I wonder? The realm's nest two murderous bastards, and I won't mourn the loss. Here. For their help.
You don't have to.
Take it. You never know. Our paths may cross again. Till then.
So I'll just not promise it's only going to be brief. Stop for a brief moment just to show you guys. This is the page. I'm not sure how well this is going to show up. So these are all the Final Fantasy games. So since it's a Final Fantasy stream, I might as well show you guys. I'll try not to wander over here because then we get the thumbnails pop up. But these are all the games which I can now play and have achievements. So some I've already done. I mean, I could perhaps highlight that one, I suppose. What else have I done? White ones I haven't. Either they don't work or I've not really tried them. Yellow, it should work. I've not tested it though. So it's just a simple matter of patching the file. We've done those two. Final Fantasy VII. Well, I mean, we've kind of done it. I guess I could have that highlighted a slightly different color. So yeah, those are pretty much all the. I've got one or two hacks in here, like this one. I thought I don't know if I'll try that. I don't want to go too far down the hacks and unofficial stuff, just because I kind of like my canon, and you know, if someone's done a patch that makes, I don't know, Japanese to English, for example, that I don't have a problem with, or if there was like a bug that was never fixed, maybe. Well, I like to try and play the original article, and then while we're at it, pretty much I've got all the Resident Evil ones as well, except 2, but you know, Dreamcast Code Veronica, I can at least do that one, and Gun Survivor 2, we can do that one. So there are still other franchises to do, but I'm at least trying to get it to work. It's nice that they actually, well, didn't mean to, I just wanted to see if they were actually there, but that's nice that they actually show the graves. They're not just, yep, they're totally under the ground. I wonder if we get to see, oh, we just get to see blood, do we? It would have been, I mean, no one came to their rescue. What about these dudes?
You heard me. Shift your
Oh,
asses.
I suppose he's not going to help. Oh no, maybe he would. Yeah, literally no one else came to the rescue. Wow. I guess they died. So there's obviously a lot more Final Fantasy games to do than say Resident Evil, but I'll try and sort of go back and forth between them.
Have you seen my Chloe? I let her out of her pen while I did my chores, but she hasn't come back yet. I think she's lost. Please, can you help me look for her?
I can't promise I'll find her, but I'll try. Describe her to me.
She's beautiful white hair. She lets me stroke her when I'm sad. She's ever such a good girl. So quiet and kind. And she likes walking in the wheat. I know the fields are big, but she's never got lost before. Oh, she must be starving too. She hasn't eaten anything since yesterday. It is
In that case... That's a lot of field to search.
Yeah, I think from what I haven't really read properly about these reviews for the game, but I think I did see something about, or perhaps the title saying that, you know,
You work these fields? I need to ask you something.
A branded. And an outsider at that, judging by the lack of manners. Why should I help you, eh? You tell me that.
Because a girl from the village asked me to find her pet, Chloe. Have you seen her?
Chloe, is it? Oh, little Lisette's plaything. Last I saw, the filthy creature was sniffing about the windmill. That girl's old enough to know she should tie her pet up when she's finished playing with it.
The windmill.
Off with you now. I won't have idle branded underfoot.
Well, you're not exactly high upper class yourself, young lady. But yeah, I think I remember seeing some title saying that, you know, the side quests for Final Fantasy 16 are like the worst kind of side quests from Final Fantasy 14. Not that I've played 14, but
more brown than white. You're not Chloe, are you, girl?
What you said?
Is that someone napping on the job?
I
hope they don't mind the interruption.
It doesn't look like they're napping to me. It looks more like yeah, inspect body.
The crystal's curse.
Chloe, I was calling you. Didn't you hear me?
What?
Get up now. You've slept long enough. It's time to go home. Chloe? Why did you already turn into a rock? I only made you do a bit of magic. You knew you were my favourite. None of the other Chloes had pretty hair. It could be months before Dad gives me another one. I have to wait until they're too tired to work anymore.
Is that all she was to you? A plaything? Do you really not care that she's dead?
She's not dead. She's a rock.
That? The crystal's curse? That's just how she died. And now she's gone forever. Giving another bearer her name won't change that.
No, don't say that.
It's true. And without that brand, she would have been just another girl. Somebody's daughter. Just like you.
But Dad said bearers don't have parents.
They do. Parents that give them away. Families they'll never see again. But you became Chloe's family when you took her in. Remember that. And remember her.
Hopefully this set will be kind of like the beginnings of attitudes can change. I mean, there's a lot of prejudice in this game. I can't really remember the last time there was. I mean, I suppose you could say maybe, just maybe Final Fantasy X had prejudice between the rest of Spirit and... Oh, just having a, all the way over there. The rest of Spirit and the Albed. Maybe. I don't really remember that. That was... Well, I wouldn't say necessarily prejudice. You could have the two interact. They certainly